Hello and welcome everyone. It's me, I'm John. My camera's terrible, just forgive it. I gave my good camera away to Ben of Second Dynasty. I'm representing Second Dynasty, but remember, I'm not an employee in any way, shape, or form, legally. I just kind of take over stuff. I want to talk to, and today I have with me the one and only Sure Gal. Say hello, Sure Gal. Shergol.
Hello, Shergal.
I can't say anyone's name right, no matter how easy it is. We're gonna. I want to just say hello to the several other people. Overboard, derivative content, Lupo Cativo, Tamsin, Will, Blasted Samaflange, Kathy Millet. I always forget how to say your name. Sim785. It's all this. Yes, I'm doing guest streams, Blasted, and the reason I brought Shergol, is that right? Is
Your goal.
Shergol, Kathy Millet. That's the best I'm gonna do. I'm sorry. Oh, let's begin right into it. Um, so today is Friday. Yes, I've turned 90 degrees. I want to talk about this. See, I was fine. I was content having my desk against this wall. And then some horrible monster named Lag. How do you say their name? This is their name. I'm going to just type it because I don't even know how to spell their name. But I mean, I'm gonna type it because yeah. This person. Yeah, every time I have a new angle, but this one is this is the spaceship looking room. It's the same room. Thank you, Kathy. I always live a tidy home. I mopped last night. I clean every single day. I'm crazy. You want axis rotation? But yes, Lagris was all like saying, "Oh, it's bad to have the desk where you're facing, where you can't see behind and out the door. It's bad energy or something, and then you don't know when someone's coming up behind you, and you have to check behind you, and you have to be 90 degrees is much better because then you have periphery." Do you know who that person was, Shergel?
Yes, I do know who that person was.
Yes, it was Lagris. Anyway, so but then the thing is, uh, I was fine, but then I slowly became more paranoid. I kept hearing sounds behind me, and it was just like the shower dripping because we had a water had to be turned off. Last night I was going to bed and I had water again, and there was water all in my living room. I had to remop it. It wasn't bad, but it did damage part of my furniture because the mini splits condensate line failed, and I went to go use a shop vac, and they all were marked "Do not use." I think they're all broken. So then I had to take alcohol spray bottle, spray the export pipe, which is outside, just dangles, and I had to clean it off, and then I had to do the self suction to get the water to start flowing again, which was disgusting. Tap tap tap. I don't
But we
like.
did,
Yeah, go
but
ahead.
we
Sir.
did address your paranoia.
Yes, we have addressed my paranoia by adjusting it. Yes, I've trapped Shergol inside my computer. Turns out Shergol was an AI all along.
You thought I was an AI?
Yeah, I thought that's what.
Why do you feel that way?
Oh, let's begin with. Let's talk about what we're doing today. We're going to show off. We actually have no progress done on Mesmer or Magnetron. These are tribe ships, but we're going to talk about how we plan, and we're going to work on the base shape because I've been working on Nidhogg, getting the 270 ready, and instructions on 3 ships in 3DO: the Fenrir, Sleipnir refit, and Nidhogg. Yeah. So you want to talk about? Let's first talk about the tribe offerings. Shergo, you want to do this one this time? You can just yeah.
So the upcoming ones
No, the
or
ones
the
right,
old ones?
the old ones. You know.
All right, yeah. So last time we got the new APC modeled after the inspirations from the new TV show Alien Earth, as well as some other things, and a lot of suggestions from the tribe. And of course, it's completely playable inside and out. And what's new this time is at the bottom, the insides and the top are both grid forge, and you can change out both the layout of everything inside, as well as a whole bunch of different options for what you can put on top.
Great. See, I don't have to do it this time. Whee! Yes, thank you,
There was
Lupo.
also a new tile for that diamond plate
Yeah.
tile there.
Yeah.
I think this is the first time turrets have shown up.
I think this is the first time a new turret has showed up because we have given out a turret before for
Oh yeah, the pop-up turret in Grid Forge,
yes.
yeah.
You got it. So now let's talk about I've also been working on getting the miniatures ready for the Fifth Frontier campaign, physical delivery, and I want to show off. This is still I didn't clean this the best I could, but this is a significant improvement for what it was, and I'm running a test print right now with some additional changes. It turns out that my Elegoo Saturn 4 Ultra 16K, that's too many things, doesn't support anti-aliasing on the GU file format. GU supports that, but their firmware doesn't process it right. So I've switched to sending to U-Box. I don't know how to say that. Yes. And it is called the Curse Door. Yeah. Yeah, model
Cursador.
numbers are ridiculous. Yeah, the Curse Door. Cursor?
I call it Cursador.
Cursador? Oh, I like that. That's a good name. But let's actually go over to this is actually really hard for Sugarl because his is on an extreme delay, but I can hear him instantly. So let's actually show off some of his. This is just a video, but I'm going to pause it. Take a look at what he's done. Explain your work. Ignore the trash in the background. Not everyone has a super tininess.
This has been evolving over a while, but I started with the hangar. And then I added the expendable tribe stuff, and of course your communications towers there. There are some differences here. That blasted Samovalange's crystals are showing up in here. Your old Highlander model from a previous tribe as well. Some other additional customizations that I did here is I made it wider. I didn't quite follow the exact floor plan of expendable. I made a little shed, which I think is kind of fun. Let's see, I have the rocks. I made a couple customizations that you can see here. One is the riser version of that I put the corridor on top of here. I did Grid Forge change a couple of stairways here as well. There's the APC that we were talking about earlier.
Mm-hmm.
There's a leak from the power core that is customized for one of Kathy Malot's tiles from the Corex Lava Moon. And I
The
made the
shed
pool
also
out of the
counts as
same.
the prison.
It could be a prison, but basically, I thought, why would you have a guard post without someplace to go hide? Right?
Mm.
Let's see here. The sphere is also on a riser, and that sphere is from WoW buildings that I modified. But everything else is kind of like expendable.
Yeah, it's cool that you've done a different feel, a different look. Let's load up the second video. I think the second video has slightly different area visible. And
Yeah,
this
it's
one
on the other side.
Yeah. Yeah, you can see actually your yeah, let's pause there. I gotta find a good pause point, a good keyframe. Because when you pause a video randomly, it kind of looks all blurry. Take a look at this. It is beautiful. Lupo is right. Explain what we're looking at over here.
So in the biolab portion, I used slightly different colors than Ben picked. So I did a light blue for the sides, and I did a kind of a glowy green for the sample containers. Or are you asking me to talk about the corridor that I did there?
Oh, the corridor. Let's actually pull open a. Let's pull open. I have a video 3 that you sent me, and I think this is the best one to show it off because you turn off the lights. Come on, turn the lights off.
Oh yeah. So
There.
here the lights are on. Then I reach behind me and I turn off the dining room lights.
And then it's just there. You go. There.
Yeah. So underneath
Look.
the corridor, of course, that grid is open. I printed some glow in the dark magenta / pink, and then I put an LED light underneath it, so you can see there's a USB power thing over there. It's powering the 3 LED bars that are underneath there. And so it enhances the glow somewhat. I'm also using a UV flashlight to power up the sample containers and the power core water.
Yeah, this over here, and that's just. Doesn't that really damage the gear or whatever it is, or the nozzle?
Oh yeah, I only do that in a hardened steel nozzle
Mm,
uh, because yeah, it just chews it up.
gotcha.
It's
Blasted.
got little particles in it that are gritty.
The light bleed through the rocks is upsetting, yes, but don't mention it. It just will upset us all.
Oh, the light escaping from the underneath there. Yeah.
Yeah,
Wow.
the rocks are now lava. That's my new. It's the site's just about to blow up, melt.
Yeah.
But yeah, I thought it was kind of fun. And if you're wondering, there's one thing that confused me. When he shines UV light, I never the what are they called? The things that make you
The
sleep for a long time?
cryotube covers.
Yes, cryotube. The covers. I forget they glow blue when a UV light
Yeah,
hits
you
them,
can
which is
see it
kind
in
of
the
fun.
previous video.
Yeah. Uh, it's a nightmare. I'm sorry, Kathy. Oh, oh, that's pretty fun though. It's been pretty. Oh,
Yeah. When I turn off the LED bars, the red does glow briefly, but it goes away very fast compared to the blue and the green.
which makes some sense. I want to show off also what I've been working on. That's been pretty fun to me. So I've had to adjust these. I'm gonna see if I have it. Let me go to the work thing. You can talk when you like. I kind of don't want to stop your chats. Um, uh,
That would interfere with your flow.
I don't have flow. Oh, here
It
it is.
sounded like you did from your condensate.
Oh yes, that was the most disgusting. I put IP. I only have 91% IPA. So when I had to spray and clean the outside of this little tube that's been sitting outside this whole time, and I was like brown gunk all over it, like, and then gargle with alcohol after that. Just mouthwash alcohol. I wasn't going to gargle with 91% IPA. That was disgusting. Anyway,
We weren't gonna judge.
so this has been a really fun little thing I've been working on, where the miniatures they'll be bigger than this. This is a test one. It's been actually a full blast to put them in, and they kind of just nestle in. And then this area below is for you to put your base, and it gives you a little bit bigger than a regular size base to fit one on, and they're taller than they need to be a little bit too, so you have a little bit of wiggle room. And I thought that actually was really fun because I was going through the campaign, and I noticed that we said we had custom inserts. Because originally I was just gonna print a box that's the right about shape, and then wrap them on bubble wrap and ship it out. And I still might do that because I'm going to test. I'm going to ship some to Shergel and see how they because you're in you're in California close enough, right? Don't actually say where you really live, but you far enough away.
North of there.
Yeah, you're on the opposite side of
People
the.
know I'm north of there.
Yeah, you. Well, the thing is, I only know South Carolina, New York, and California. That's the only states I know. All the rest just don't exist. Yeah. Oh, make it a cargo container? Sorry, it won't be a cargo container. Circle. Blasted. It has a sticker. But I'm going to ship these to him and see how they go. If they get damaged or if they have been worn down by the material, because I don't know how much it affects. Or if they get a bunch of scratches all over them, I'm going to switch back to the bubble wrap. And the only reason Shergel will be getting his is because he's actually already paid for them, like last year. Sorry, Shergel. And he will get. He's also the first backer for physical in the campaign, which is kind of funny because if you know Shergel, he really cares about good quality. When he first started showing us his prints, they were actually pretty good, but they kept having. What was your first printer again? That you
That's
did?
not what you said at the time.
I was okay. I was disappointed
You were
initially.
critical.
I was critical. Okay. But
Yeah, the first one well, the first thing you criticized me about was I was using white filament for everything,
yes,
and you couldn't see anything.
I don't like white filament.
But the first ship I made was the 28 millimeter gig, and
Mm-hmm.
then it was the Scout.
Mm-hmm.
And
I
then I
had
had problems printing certain pieces of the Scout.
Yeah, well, the Scout's a nightmare. The Scout has weird parts that I think the Scout was the true to the last ship that expects a particular perimeter engine, and the newer ones now expect Arachne. So, okay, Blast, I have two issues with white filament. One, it hides details. It's very hard to see details in the white filament. And two, it's bad for your nozzle because almost every single low-cost white filament uses titanium dioxide as its coloring agent in white filament. And it's not a good thing to run through a non-hardened nozzle. And you actually have reduced hours when you do it, which you may not expect. But I do
And
use,
it's rather thirsty for primer.
yeah. Yeah. I love Grace. Grace showed detail really well. In fact, when I was picking out my resins, I tried out. I was looking at the creams and the whites, but they just don't show detail very well to me. I was like, eh.
Yeah, so you probably see in a lot of my stuff, the base color is gray now.
Yeah, gray is wonderful. I've been, I will say this, I've been playing with resin, and while I'm used to making bad filament print reasonably well to a degree, I've learned my lesson. I'm going to say this, and because I'm never going to be some big name that has any sway. Do not buy any Cubics standard resin. It is garbage. I have fiddled with that filament forever. Um, I try to not stop in South Carolina whenever I'm heading to or from Florida. So to me, South Carolina does not exist. See, Will, we're the same. But yeah, do not buy any Cubics standard resin. Uh, but yeah, it's just a nightmare material. It doesn't show details well, and it does not clean well, and it's brittle. No matter how you change the exposure, I've finally gotten to be semi-flexible by dropping the what's it called, PWM? Is that what it is? I forget what it stands for. To half.
Also with modulation?
Yeah, I don't know if that's what it is, but I have to drop my printer's thing to 50% power to get it to be not a shattery mess and to keep details. Yeah, so it's acceptable, but it's not perfect. But I'm going to switch to now all these weird names 8K 12K resin. That's all I think that's ridiculous. But there is still a good resin available that is called an 8K resin. I've gotten some great feedback from others to try it out, so I'm looking forward to it. I haven't tested it yet, but if I do like it, I'll share it in another stream. Go with ABS like resin, PAP 10. Yeah, Shergold uses PAP 10, but you use Hay Gears.
Yeah, I admit I am stuck in a closed ecosystem when it comes to resin printers.
That's fine. I did play with Blueprint. I was trying to get it to make the supports, then spit it back out to another program, but it does fight you. There is a way to get it though, because you can talk to your GPU to pull what the geometry is. But I'm not doing that
That
much
seems
work.
like extra steps.
Yeah, it's excessive. And besides, I actually gotten my supports to do pretty well. I want to be right back. Shergol, entertain them while I'll go grab one of the sample pieces that I've been working on. One moment. Boop, boop.
Let me
Whee!
So, do you know the story of Duchess Delphine that he's showing here on the screen? I don't know what kind of entertaining stories you want to hear. When it comes to printing these minis, I did try the Saturn IV Ultra, and I had the same issue that Kathy's having right now, which is the resin leaked out of my vat and inside my printer, and it blew up my screen. And then I replaced the screen under warranty, and the ribbon cable was never quite the same. So actually, I'm looking to get rid of my Saturn Ultra.
Are you trying to sell your Saturn Ultra to these people? Because you're doing a terrible job at selling it.
No, I was actually saying I had the same problem that Kathy's having with hers right
Mm-hmm.
now, which is the resin leak through the vat and into the screen and ruin the screen.
Mm. So
Yeah, Kathy's ditching hers too.
uh, I know my camera's bad. I probably could turn a light on. Do you think having a light on would help my camera at all? Let me see.
Um, for the most part, getting lighting right is a lot of work for a little reward.
I need to get a extra cheap camera that I can bring into my resin room because once I bring something in the resin room, I don't allow it to go back out because I want to show you guys how I do my setup down there. I was thinking about just using an old iPhone that I don't care about anymore.
But you repeat yourself.
What?
So as soon as an iPhone's been, superseded, it's immediately junk. Everyone knows this.
Oh, my bad. Yeah. So this is one of the boxes. And I printed this. I originally printed this accidentally twice the size, which this being twice the size, which is very helpful in resin printing. I have a giant one and down in the resin room, and I use it to pick the minis to put them in the alcohol because I don't like to drop them. And I also clip onto the mini when I'm peeling it off the plate so it doesn't fall. I don't like them falling.
There is a rumor that every time we start a new project, you create new tools for it.
Yes. As well as I agree with you. But these actually, I'm going to actually ship. I'm thinking about shipping this with some of the boxes because some of them are difficult to get out of their little mini thing. But here's the little box, little bit of lid, and there's Duchess Delphine. That's her. Is that how you say her name?
Yes.
Yeah. So look, there she is. And this time I added. This is new. I tested with these little big grippy thingies, and I'm so bad at this. There you go. I can't do it when it's sideways. My intention is when it's well, now I'm having a difficulty. Maybe I shouldn't do this. Come on. I accidentally ripped one of her heads off once. I need to adjust the tolerance around her head because it's a little too much. A little too tight.
One of
There
her heads.
Yeah, she has multiple heads. I have multiple of her. Little big grippy thingies was my college cover band. I don't like the Magflex plates. I have one overboard. I do not like them because it's harder to keep things clean with them. I like being able to grip the very top of the release thing and put it to the side onto have a big tray that holds it and supports it on its little hook piece. And then I can have face it toward me as I peel stuff off. Yes, I have so many little big grippy thingies. Surely those are the big little grippy thingies. Yes. But anyway.
Aren't the big little grippy thingies a little bit longer?
Yes. So you can't see her very well. She was an early test print. This is pointless. This is no quality here.
Put your palm behind. I think you have to put your hand behind it so it doesn't try to focus on your face.
This is the problem is it's just a cheap built-in webcam of the laptop. But
so now it won't ever focus on your face again.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is.
It just was. But I do like the idea of this. I might not do this just because if it doesn't work well for shipping or if there's issues, I may just go back to the bubble wrap and a big old box. So this is cool. The thing I'm worried about is it's sometimes difficult. You could actually print the Duchess without supports, except for her chin. If you don't mind her having a little bit of a, I don't have much of a chin myself, but I mean, if we give her more of like a slope there, like remodel her neck to not be like that, like this, a little bit older, yeah, I bet she could print completely without supports. Though, I will tell you, I've realized does anyone else ever watch Fohammer? I don't like most of his videos actually, but I do appreciate his simple way of saying things about exposure. And he mentioned that.
I like the fact that Fohammer focuses on what he wants to make, which is minis.
Yeah. The whole point is to make minis, not be a resin printer's repair specialist. A two-part box, like a mold held closed with a rubber band. I don't know. There's certain. I want to keep the cost down because this is, but I can consider some ideas that could work. I'll play around with some continued ideas to make it be reasonable and be a spot that once you put the base on could still be good. Anyway, yeah, I don't know why he pours the resin on the bill plate.
Oh, for some reason he doesn't like pouring it straight on the vat.
Yeah. A little bit older. She's 126. Okay, here's what's been confusing me about Duchess Delphine. Have you seen that they have two different art books that have her in it? And they're both supposed to be the same time period. And she's in the same clothing, the same, everything's the same, but they gave us two different references, and one she's old and one she's young, but she's in the same exact pose.
Anagathics.
What?
It's depending on when she took her anagathics. Anti-aging drugs.
Okay, but it's kind of funny to me because also they clearly reuse. It's very obvious to me that they drew her old originally, and then they just had an artist redo just the face and just try to make the body look, but because it looks like an older woman's body with a young woman's face. Does that still work for their anti-aging drugs angle?
I'm assuming so. But the thing is that she appears in previous versions of Traveler, so they have to be careful not to ruin the lore.
Ah, one is actual person, the other is the official propaganda art. Mm, sorry. There was a video on Reddit a few days ago. Well, actually, I think it's months ago now. That showed a person like she's quickly changing different clothes to show them off for a stream, and she's like just puts it on, spins, and throws the clothes and puts a different one on real fast. And the part that bugs me is every time the person that's supposed to help her comes into the frame, you can watch reality work around her um, as a second person's on the around it. It's the filters only go with one person on the stream. It's like that's weird. If you're showing off clothing in a live stream, please don't filter. That's especially your body. That's bizarre. Name it Belle Delphine. The other is the Tridey actor.
Well, it's Delphine Adorana Mudashir.
What?
But
How do you know that?
like I said, there's lore.
Yeah, I
Tamsin's better at lore than I am, so I'll be quiet.
yeah. So let's talk about this was I had stopped like right after I was in the stream and just doing the sketches. And this is the base shape. Let's let you talk for just a little bit on the we're not going to do much in the stream. It's even going to be a short stream. But I was playing just with this base sh- sh- shape.
I don't even have my camera on. You can tell it's a short stream.
If you would like me to ban Shergirl, just let me know. Oh, so I've been playing with the idea of getting this into a shape that's reasonable before I go into, and I keep everything low poly. There is something weird that I don't understand about Second Dynasty. Maybe someone else can explain this better. But they avoid subdividing surfaces. They avoid like just doing low poly versions and then subdividing later and using edge. Ban everybody. But whoa, no, Doug. I'm not going to ban John and put Shergel in charge. I'm with Doug? What's going on here? It's treason then. How does it feel to be the loved one?
It's very unusual for me.
Just do that.
I have to answer the most important question is how many Gridforge tiles will there be?
And this one, And
Yeah.
this ship has no grid forge tiles. Yeah, this is the Mesmer. No, this is the Magnetron. The Magnetron will have none. The Mesmer will have a 2x2 grid forge area, and that's going to be the Mesmer is going to be a bigger ship with a instead of grippers, because the Magnetron has grippers in a cockpit, and this design right here is confusing. This is actually the window to see out of, and that little center area, and you look at the area for gripping, and there's some boosters and thrusters on it. We want more
This is
grid
the
forge.
time when we put out our This is the time when we put out our normal warning to not go through the junkyard and find old microwaves and steal the magnetrons out of them. Because if you do it wrong, not only will you die, it'll hurt the entire time you do.
Hmm, sounds exciting.
Magnetrons are fun.
They defeat. I think also people forget they defeat the ability to. What is it called again? 45 divided by 2. 22.5. Okay. Safety switches are defeated by the magnetron in a microwave. The little like the circuit breakers and such, they can't work with them because they how they rely on detecting doesn't work. So you know the ones that make it to where it knows if it can turn on or off. Do you know what I'm talking about?
I'm thinking.
There's they are showing how they show like even a safety circuit for like pools and other things and another like in the bathroom outlets. GFCI cannot
Oh,
are completely fooled because there's no indication when a magnetron has is going through different things. There's nothing for it to
no, yeah.
read for it to
Yeah, there's not even a little sticker that says stand back with loud report.
Mhm. So this is going to be a spinning part here. What if you do it wrong purposely, mess with your image? You're
And
pretty
this is
bad.
the part that says eat, right?
Yeah. Exactly. And this is going to be the spinny part. And it's,
Yeah,
we're
you
just,
had a story about the magnetron about how it is used for scavenging, right?
yes.
It grabs things and
It's produced by, one moment, I have to sneeze.
made the devil that flew up your nose be exorcised.
No, thank you. Oh, um, the part that's interesting to me is the magnetrons made by the Aerodonic Corporation. The Aerodonic Corporation is the same one, they run off a little moon base that no one really cares about. And they just kind of clone ships poorly. They are they are not concerned with safety. And part of their thing was they saw people needed this, so they made because they made the Cotel, not the Cotel. They did make the Cotel, but they also made the what is the Globiol?
The globiole. The
Yeah,
globiole, yeah.
they made that one too.
So if these gripper thingies are going to hold the prey, should you put the saw blade from the assault craft in the bottom to drill into the prey?
Oh, that sounds amazing. That's such a. It's the. I'm not sure how you sell it. It's like ERADIANI. I don't know. That would become like a battle bot. Spaceship gladiators. Gesundheit. Oh, but yeah. But yeah, the point is this is gonna be this is gonna be fun because this is gonna go like this, and you go. Oh, I just gotta make sure there's no hitting. I'm just doing clearance checks. I need to adjust this one down a little bit. Because this is going to be a simple pin connector between these two. I'm thinking about doing a screw even. What do you think, Shergel?
Um, you're much better at making hinges than I am.
Yeah, I'm thinking
So
I'm
you
just
would know
gonna,
what would. It has to have a little bit of resistance to it so you can hold it in different positions, right?
yeah, I'm thinking about doing a screw, but it has a dummy to it. It doesn't go all the way across its little thing. That would be, it has like, the big gap. Only the very bottom part's a screw.
Yeah, I wasn't sure if you were going to do a ball joint here like we do for some of the robots.
No ball joints. I hate them, and they are not good designs. This is only
I wear
this.
them out with PLA.
Yeah, this only will go like this and go out like that. That's the only motion it will have. It's locked to this thing, and it will
So that
be.
sounds more like the peg system, like on the Ox and
I
the
don't.
ROX.
I don't know the aux very. Oh, the is that the one I've adjusted? I don't remember. I've changed one of
That's the one
them.
that has the side thrusters.
I didn't touch that one. I have no idea what you're talking about. Uh, do you have a picture? This is what I mean by I have no idea. And this is kind of what I'm when I'm first starting on a ship. I just kind of do this simple, um, making all the ships have carcinization. I know what that word means, but I don't know how to say it. Are you getting me a link? Is that what you're doing right now?
I'm going to drop a picture into our chat.
See how
That is
polite.
the build instructions for the ROX, and you can see that on the sides there are the thrusters,
Oh no, I don't
and
like
those
those.
thrusters turn on. They do have a peg that holds them, and then they turn,
I don't like
and
that.
they can hold position. That's all I was thinking.
They can hold position, or they
Yeah,
cannot.
those little thrusters, you can turn them to one particular spot, and they stay there. And my cat says hi.
Yeah, I don't like those. That's not what I want. Um, I'm gonna do a screw right in that middle section, and then you can just tighten it, and how tight you want it determines how the so it's adjustable on grip strength and how it positions. You can have it loosey goosey if you want, or tight or harder to move.
So we can replace it with a big spring. Ka-ching.
I inviting you was a mistake, but I'm still gonna do it. Yeah, this is the base idea, and then there's going to be a. I want to put the cockpit here. I'm going to steal the cockpit from any of the ships. It's just gonna because we don't. They don't make their own cockpits unless they have to. They just steal.
The
And
Electro cockpit is narrow. Maybe that one.
yeah, just it's going to be a random cockpit that just goes here, and it has the same up and down that people are used to. And then people might wonder how in the world do you. The part I like is that you can do like that and have your docking. That's like it can dock like that, and you can see it doesn't block your vision for landing. You can look a little bit. Maybe that's silly. Then we're gonna do here. Landing costs
I
extra.
feel like I should say something, but you banned me.
I did. You're banned. Yeah, exactly. It's you have to. That's what Aerodani is known for. It's the they sell things to companies that don't want to pay any extra. If you want a crew that doesn't come back but completes the job, buy Aerodani. Mm. So this is actually getting closer to what I want anyway. You could talk. I'm just being mean to you.
I wasn't sure. I'm not
Mm.
used to being banned.
Especially considering you are
Feels kind of like the Phantom Zone.
yeah. So I'm thinking like just a simple box like that going out. Ooh, I kind of like that. And then do just angling here. Because they're not known for good design, they're known for copies. At the same time, I can't just use that as an excuse over and over again for why they're so awful. I'm liking this idea. Just run it here to here. It cost a lot
It's
less.
difficult because I'm watching you draw on a delay.
Yes, I'm sorry. It's much easier to plan out how you're going to break things down over
So
here.
Blasted has a good question.
Oh, what?
Why did you decide on a new ship over putting cryptic claws on an existing ship like the Globu?
Because it doesn't seem like a good value to backers on the tribe if they get a retrofit of an existing ship. I thought about that. That's a great question, by the way. It's just one of those that I was like, ew. Does that does that anyway explain?
You want to provide good value for being in the tribe. I think that's a good answer. Please join the tribe.
Please, please, I need to eat. I think that's an interesting look. I think I might just do little lines instead, though. Yeah, that works better for me. My need to eat is why I'm not in the tribe. Blasted, you understand. Yes, remember to like and subscribe. I can see when you like, and if I get enough likes, I'm allowed to have an egg. One egg. So please remember that. And everyone here is probably already subscribed. If you're not already, and you've been around here for that long, I'm a bit confused about you, but like, you do what you do. Can't blame you. We're gonna have like a screw here.
Yeah, it's called the Ovum Mandate.
You make jokes that I do not understand. I get one egg. Yes. Oh, ovum. It took me that long to think what you're saying through.
I was wondering if you would want to get the yolk.
Yeah. This is just planning out where I want the style. This piece. Was actually hoping to get this done um, before the stream even, but I just did not get it done in time. So this is more just planning out how I want to break down this shape, which is incredibly helpful. And I'm going to keep this as like a little what's it called? I'm going to do this cog design. And I'm going to keep this as an octagon. I think an octagon is more interesting than just doing a true circle. Even
Also appeals to all the Fred Saberhagen fans out there.
There we go. Yes, okay. I'm thinking about not talking about a circle in range. Oh, God. Oh, I knew that your time as the favorite would end. That your natural dad jokes come out.
Yeah, like I said, I'm working on grandfather jokes, but there's only one I know at the moment.
Puns are loaded.
But, And in some ways, I am used to it because my jokes age terribly, just like me.
Oh, okay. Oh, making an actual gear, and the pilot has to crank a wheel. So you like in the pilot area, you like crank a wheel like it's like a like pulling down a window, but you have both sides, and each one's like just the crank to run the claw.
And little
It's
manual cranks in the cockpit is
it's
golden.
it's so janky, and yet I also love it. Oh gosh, no, Mon Capitan, no. This could be a low detail area. This one actually has to hold. Um, I'm gonna hold two. I'm actually gonna do like a flat here because there needs to be a spot for an exhaust, a mini exhaust, which is actually a terrible spot to put it. Because and there's gonna be one on the bottom too, so there's 8 total, 4 on each side, one, so you can do some maneuverability. Mm, that could just be some paneling, and then we have how big are the cockpits? I always forget. I think this is actually the real, like I think they are 2 tiles.
They're 2 tiles tall, but I think they can be a little bit less than a tile wide.
Oh, okay. So there'll be whatever it is that the cockpit will be. Exhaust gets pumped into the pilot compartment unless you buy the ventilation package. Blasted
That sounds like an
understands.
excellent design.
Oh gosh. Oh man, we actually were so we've had you guys have so politely watched me draw lines on a flat 2D shape. When this is done, I'm gonna when I'm done with the stream, I'm not gonna continue on this. I'm going to finish. I promised to get the what is it? The
Well,
mid.
I'm going through the checklist. You haven't crashed Maya yet. And you also haven't hit the mic with any designs or broken landing gear.
Oh, the reward is. It's not a true Second Dynasty stream. And sometimes the kids laugh despite not wanting to, but it's better when they just stare at you with "I can't believe you thought that was funny" look. Doug,
That's
you
my
understand?
favorite.
Ah, oh, what is the defeat of a dad joke? Is it absolute sincerity? Because sincerity defeats a lot of
Well,
stuff.
you're required to appreciate the dad joke, or dad will immediately turn around and say, "What did you learn at school today?" So there is a threat behind the joke.
Well, I meant my point was that the person can if you completely like wholeheartedly laugh at every single joke they say and say how funny you are, would that defeat the dad joke? Like, no, you're supposed to groan.
No,
No.
no, he encourages it. Any showing of pain means more.
But I meant if you make it seem like you actually are enjoying it, not pain, but fake
Oh, any
enjoyment.
showing of enjoyment also means more.
Okay, so do I have to just be completely apathetic?
Nonplussed, I think is the word.
Hmm. Oh, question. Okay, so if I put grid forged grids built into the hull of a ship, there are licensing implications. Yes, there are. So the grids are under a limited license. If you go to them, in fact, let's actually pop them in because I've answered this question before, but it's one that is very valuable to answer.
Typical 3D modeling. Now there's pop in.
What?
Every time you play a video game, there's always pop in.
I don't even understand that.
It's a 3D joke.
Oh, sorry, I didn't get it. So they're under CC by SA 4.0. The SA is the part that gets you. Um, You can use it commercially, but if you remix or build upon the material, you must distribute under the same license as the original, um, which is a problem if you do not want to be under the CC by SA 4.0 license, which we, as Second Dynasty, can avoid entirely. Because when we remake our remixes, we can control that license of that part. Scribbling, move on.
Wasn't the question a little bit more esoteric than that?
Yeah.
It was about designing a hull to take whole pieces, but not necessarily to resell the grids.
So if the grids, yeah, I'm saying if you we've put the grids in a hole before, and then we still allow ours to be under that restrictive license that's not under the share alike. You will need talk to Ben and get an agreement with him. Correct, Blasted. Unless so we don't want you to put the grids as part of the whole. I never wanted Ben to do it either. However, you can get an exemption. Uh,
Well, the APC doesn't do anything special with the grids. It just happens to clip into them.
right. The point I'm saying is if you actually have literally it's built inside of the whole a grid. Yeah, so we have we are CC by SA, which is yes, don't put grids as part of whole. However, if you need to, for example, Ben does it and he has his own exemption, talk to Ben and you can get an exemption that will let you put the grid as part of a whole. And as long as you do not modify those grids in any way, you are free from the share alike license. That whole piece can be under your more restrictive license. But you have to talk to Ben and get an exemption.
An exemption?
Okay. An edge piece for the next level that's with a vertical stacking clip piece. I get you, Blasted. It's just you could just leave the space empty to put a grid in, and then you're completely fine. But once the grid pieces are used in a part, Ben can give exemptions and explain when, and can give you in writing that you can use this GridForge grid in this particular context without and be free from the share alike requirement. Now, your edge pieces are a unique design, aren't they, Kathy? Because they don't do the same thing we do. You just happen to use. That one actually is pretty funny. But that did require, I see it, the joke in writing. Talk to Ben. Get that handled. This stream is going off the rails on a legal question, which I'm not allowed to answer. But you...
Rails? Yeah. This isn't a train.
Yeah. Yes. If you take a 2x2 grid and you don't have that crossbeam part, they also are trapped to the same license. That you cannot change because the purpose of that share alike was to avoid people from making quality improvements to the grid are the clips and then say, no, you can't have those. The grid and the clips should be available to anyone at any time. All improvements to them should be available to everyone.
So that does raise a question. A number of people have made GridForge modifications and posted them to the custom parts share in the Discord, which you could join if you were in the tribe. Those aren't shared to everybody. They're just shared to the Discord.
Yes,
but they're free.
Yeah, Discord has a special exemption. It's even stated. We say we gave them an exemption. I'm having existential. Yes, I am having a crisis. We're in a crisis. Yeah, the grids are completely separate. So Kathy, you're fine. The only issue would be if you took one of our STLs and then used it to remix and then put it in a part. That's the only problem, which you don't do. And the supported clips are under you're free to use them. You're free to use the Booleans. They're different. That's all licensing. They're more open than OpenLock, believe it or not, despite how it sounds like I've described things. They are, you don't need to get permission from us to start using them in your commercial projects and things like that. Anyway, this is going to be the Magnetron. I'm actually, yeah, good, yes, you get it. I was thinking for colors.
You said something about purple earlier.
Yes. Yeah, and just to clarify, support Eclipse or not, they're completely do whatever you like. They are a very open license. The rules information's found. We've already discussed it. But I was thinking,
Yeah, a number of people have cut them in half and made special clippy anythingies.
Yeah,
That's the technical term.
clippy anything. That is correct. I recall.
In fact, Blasted has changed his crystals to make them clippy any.
I was thinking, oh, huh. I want like
and put them on supporty tiles.
why am I doing this way? This is actually the wrong tool. Let's add a grease pencil. Okay, let's draw.
Let's draw.
Like I'm just saying, like, I think it'd be so cool. Why does this button not work? Oh, it does work. Wouldn't it be neat to have, why is this not working? This is supposed to have color.
With only a few minutes left, is there any other Second Dynasty news that you probably want to spend some time on?
I appreciate you trying to get me back on track, but I cannot be tamed.
Well, there has been rumors floating around of new expendable projects, for example.
Oh, yes. There's going to be, is there already a Kickstarter sign-up link for that? If there is, I don't know about
one.
I haven't either.
Kathy has a Kickstarter link, though.
Oh, yeah. Put Kathy's Kickstarter. Mm-hmm. Like we did last summer. Yeah, Grease Festival was fun. But Kathy has a whole Kickstarter. It's this sci-fi place. It's neat. I like the windows in it a lot. That's the part I love, is the windows. Sorry, Kathy. It's just the windows, nothing else. No. It's not.
The name of her new Kickstarter is Outbound Station.
Yeah, Outbound Station. It's GridForge with its own custom method of handling the like, this is what I would want for the colors. I'm just having fun with the color. It's fun to paint. And then I want like a goldy color for the this is what I imagine it to look like. Just gaudy.
One gold.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. The alien plants Blasted says, I like the alien plants. Then Kathy says, Blasted donated the alien plants. Yes. Great job. Do check it out. Don't forget.
They grow on you.
Yeah. Mine's made to extend of an inch for taller minis, but most will come in 28 and 35 minutes to fit a range of games. Yes. Check that out. We're already done with the stream. We're going to work on Magnetron's going to be part of the tribe. Join the tribe. There's a link in the description below. And if you don't want to do that, join our Discord. That's free. And there's free custom parts in it, true. And be part of our community. Do all the things. Like the video. And that's all I got. I want to go make myself an egg now. I would want one scrambled egg with a piece of cheese on it.
So which method do you use for scrambled eggs? I do the Gordon Ramsay method.
Okay, I want to tell you guys this, because this part I want. I take a bowl, I whisk the egg by itself, and I like using a silicone whisk for a reason I'll explain later. Then I salt the egg, and I let it sit for 10 minutes. until the yolk begins to turn a darker orange. Then I melt a scoop of butter in a pan set to my stove top has temperature controls, so I set mine to 275. I let that fully melt, and then I pour in the egg, and I take my silicone whisk and I continuously whisk as it's cooking. And that's how I do my eggs.
So I'm very similar, except I do 3 eggs. I add a half of a teaspoon of lemon juice when I do the salted, and then I whisk with a spatula at 225.
And some people microwave. That's fine too. It's an egg.
There's so many ways to make an egg.
Yeah.
But not many ways to earn one.
Thank you guys for joining. This meant a lot. I've run out of things to say. So, bye!
Thanks for the stream, John.
Thank you for coming, Shergle.